have maybe sent you maybe some kinds of group work and discussion, right? So now we will come back and let's revise all the things related to Unit 3 teamwork. So maybe in the last lesson we have identified the sort of team player we belong to and and we also know about maybe the types of the person that you belong to. So now let's come to the keynotes of Unit 3, and then after that can you read the keynotes and then try to answer the questions here. I have 4 questions for you. The first question is that how do you define teamwork? And then answer the questions, what are the factors of a good team player? Why do successful teams accomplish their objectives? And then why is meeting important to teamwork? So now spend about 1 or 2 minutes to look at the keywords and then try to answer the 4 questions here. So please spend about 1 minute to read on the questions. Okay, now the whole class, let's come to the keynotes for me and then try to answer the questions. Okay, now Khánh Hiền first, can you answer my questions? How do you define or can you give me the definition of teamwork?
Teamwork is the ability of a group of people to work well together to accomplish a common goal.
Okay, so thank you, Hiền. So in fact, if we look at the first sentence of the keynotes, we will know how to define or give the definition of teamwork. So use your own words so that we can understand and give a very simple definition of teamwork. Teamwork indicates the ability of a group of people working well together to accomplish a common goal. And they said that accomplishing a common goal is one of the fundamentals of the world of work. So that's why teamwork can be defined like that. And we also have to talk about the factors of a good team player. So if we look at the second sentence of the keynote, so tell me, what are the factors of a good team player? What are the factors of a good team player? Nào Thảo Nguyên.
Professionalism and efficiency are the factor of a good team player.
Okay. So if thank you, Thảo Nguyên. So if we look at the second sentence, we can see that the factors of a good team player consist of professionalism and also efficiency. But Thảo Nguyên, please remember that how much one is as a team player or how much one contributes to team spirit. So that's why we have to add one more factor, that is the contribution of a team player. So that's why in order to answer the question, so what are the factors of a good team player, there are three things: professionalism, efficiency, and the contribution to team spirit. So remember about the three factors of a good team player. Now the next thing is that why do successful team accomplish their objective, or maybe how to be regarded as successful teams. So let's look at the third sentence and then answer my questions. Okay, now Phương Thảo, Trần Phương Thảo.
Successful teams accomplish their objectives because they are committed, respect the various roles within the team, and meet their deadlines.
Okay, so thank you, Phương Thảo. In fact, there are two kinds of questions. The first question is how to be considered a successful team. And the second question is why do successful teams have to complete their objectives? So in fact, they have the similar or maybe they can share the same answer. So in fact, a team is considered to be successful when they accomplish all of their objectives. And if they want to accomplish all of their objectives, it means that they have to respect the various roles within the team, and they also have to meet their deadline. So remember that there are two things that make successful team. So a team is considered to be successful only when they can respect all the various roles within the team and they can meet their deadlines. Right, so that is the things to answer. Now the next thing is because we mentioned the teamwork and the team player, so that's why we have to mention about the team meeting. So why is team meeting very important to teamwork? So let's look at maybe the last sentence. Why is meeting very important to teamwork? Okay, now can you once again?
I think meetings are important because teams spend a large part of their working list in meeting.
Okay, thank you. So we can see that the first reason, thank you again, the first reason is team meeting is very important because most of the time of a team life they spend on their team meeting, because they spend large part of their working lives in meetings. So that's why we can see that meetings is very important. And because meeting is very important because every meeting is very positive, informative, and necessary use of the team's time. So that's why we have to focus on maybe the features of maybe a good meeting here. Okay, so now let's scan to the next slide with me. Now, without looking back at the keynote, so once again, look back at the questions here. What is a teamwork? The factors of a good team player. Why do successful teams accomplish their objective? And why is meeting important to teamwork? So I think that without looking back at the keynotes, we can also answer once again all the questions here. And we also have to come to the next one, that is what are the tips for successful teamwork. Now when we talk about the tips for successful teamwork, can you discuss in group and then please try to try to make a list of all the tips that you think that can make a successful teamwork, and please try to make a list of that in about maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So I will divide you into breakout rooms, and then after that you can discuss with your partner, and then maybe try to make on the list here for me. Okay, so please come to the breakout rooms and then answer these kind of questions.